Look closely at this scene. 4 Russian tanks have gone on the attack. Their mission is to destroy a Ukrainian fortified bunker on the edge of the town and capture it. As we can see, the tanks are not encountering any resistance from the Ukrainians and are confidently advancing. But the Russians don't know that in this partially destroyed building, a Javelin anti-tank missile operator is waiting for them. As you can see, the Javelin missile hit the last tank in the column, which immediately exploded. Let's give a thumbs up to the Ukrainian soldier who launched this Javelin. But what might happen to the remaining tanks that managed to enter the town? From this recently published video by the 47th Brigade of the Ukrainian Army, we can understand this. As soon as a Russian tank reaches the outskirts of the town, it is met by a swarm of Ukrainian FPV drones. Notice that the Russian anti-drone defense, which is certainly present on their tanks, proves to be useless. Notice the smart tactics of the Ukrainian soldiers. The first drone hits the Russian tank in the engine compartment to stop it. The second drone targets the tank's observation systems mounted on the turret. And once the tank is immobilized, the third drone carefully selects a target point to set the tank on fire. The operator looks for the spot where it will be easiest to penetrate the tank's armor and ignite the space inside the turret. After the tank catches fire, its ammunition may detonate after a while. But the second Russian tank that entered the same town couldn't withstand even a single hit from an FPV drone. The Ukrainians equipped the drone with a special munition featuring an enhanced shaped charge. It is capable of penetrating the armor of any Russian tank. The drone is attacking. Incredible. Just one hit caused all the ammunition in the tank to detonate, and its turret was blown off the chassis. You could spend a long time watching the burning remains of the Russian tank and pondering why this happened. But we are moving on. Currently, the Russians are desperately trying to capture the city of Vovchansk in the Kharkiv region. They are sending column after column of tanks there, but so far, they haven't achieved significant success. Watch how the Ukrainians repel the attack of the Russian armored column. First, drones hit the tanks as they approach the town. The first tank is stopped. The second tank is stopped. The third tank is stopped. The fourth drone hits an APC carrying infantry. They abandoned the APC and decided to take cover in the trenches. But as soon as they settled there, the Ukrainians struck them with a cluster munition and burned the APC with a grenade. This Russian T-90 tank hit a mine during the attack on the town and was abandoned by its crew. A Ukrainian drone flies directly into the open hatch of the tank, setting it on fire. Another T-80 tank was abandoned on the outskirts of the town. It took a powerful hit from a Ukrainian drone and immediately caught fire. But after some time, all the ammunition inside it exploded. The result is grim for the Russians. Not far from there, another Russian APC was found and destroyed. As you can see, the Russians have to suffer huge losses to make any progress. Many of you ask, if it's true that the Russians are losing so much armored equipment, why are they winning the war? The answer is simple. The Russians are advancing only due to their massive numbers of armored vehicles and soldiers. The Ukrainians are destroying thousands of tanks, but the Russians send thousands more into battle. They are winning by sheer numbers. That's why Western assistance is so crucial for Ukraine. Now watch what happens when Russian infantry manage to break into the town. This Russian APC delivered infantry into the town. The Ukrainians destroyed it with a single grenade, but now they need to find the group of Russian soldiers and prevent them from establishing a foothold here. Sometimes tanks handle this task well, but sometimes heavy bombs are needed. Look, in this multi-story building, reconnaissance has detected a concentration of enemy infantry. It was decided to carry out an airstrike with a precision-guided bomb. The result is satisfactory. Let's do it again. But to be objective, I must say that the Russians do the same thing. Look at this powerful Russian weapon. This is the Iskander multi-purpose missile system. It launches high-precision cruise and ballistic missiles. The Russians never spare urban buildings and readily wipe a city off the map. And now, I want to show you a completely different front, where recently, the Ukrainians successfully destroyed valuable pieces of Russian weaponry. Look, this is a Russian 2S-19 self-propelled howitzer. It can launch shells at a distance of over 25 kilometers. One of these howitzers was hit by an FPV drone in the Donetsk region. The howitzer caught fire, and the Russians started to panic. The nearby fuel truck quickly left the location. The soldiers also ran away, realizing that the ammunition was about to detonate. And they were right. The howitzer exploded! Not far from there, the Russians used a 2S-3 artillery system. It can fire at a distance of up to 17 kilometers. The Russians hid it among the trees, but Ukrainian reconnaissance tracked it down and destroyed it. What a powerful explosion! The next target is a loading vehicle for the Russian Oregon MLRS. It has just delivered ammunition. This time, the Ukrainians use a HIMARS rocket. A precise hit. The ammunition starts detonating and the location is destroyed. And this is a more expensive target, the Russian Buk M3 air defense system. This weapon is dangerous for Ukrainian aviation and can shoot down fighter jets within a radius of up to 25 kilometers. To hit this important target, the Ukrainians used a kamikaze drone with a powerful warhead. After the hit, the Buk M3 burned until it was completely disabled. To contain the breakthrough of Russian forces in the Kharkiv direction, Ukrainians launch hundreds of projectiles from the Grad BM MLRS. But unfortunately, the Russians tracked it and destroyed it using the Lancet kamikaze drone. This led to the detonation of all the ammunition in the installation. Here we have the video confirmation of the destruction of another Ukrainian installation. You can see the Grad BM taking its position among the green trees, but Russian reconnaissance is already tracking it. Once again, the Russians use a Lancet drone. The target is destroyed along with its ammunition, and shortly thereafter, the Russians destroyed another Grad BM. Thus, Ukraine has lost at least 3 Grad BM MLRS units near Kharkiv. The Russian Lancet drone is very dangerous. It can penetrate up to 40 kilometers into Ukrainian territory. In this video, you can see a Ukrainian fuel truck burning after being hit by a Lancet drone right at a gas station. But let's hope that the Ukrainians will soon find a way to counter these insidious Russian drones. Friends, thank you for watching until the end. Give a like so you don't miss the next episode.